something else, and wow, that is a huge fly. Nope, that's a bee. Okay, hopefully he'll leave me alone. What's up everybody, welcome to Miranda Detailing. My name is Phil. Today's video, we're going to be detailing a Tesla Model S. So we're doing a full detail on this Tesla. Now it is an older Tesla, and this customer is a customer that we've actually done many vehicles for, and he just acquired this Tesla and he wants it cleaned up inside and out. So this is not our first time detailing a Tesla. You know, this is an older model, so it has some wear and tear, it has some miles on it, and they're still really cool cars. So you'll see how the paint is washed, clay barred, waxed, and then the full interior as well. I'm not a fan of the two different materials on the seats. I don't like when there's vinyl or leather and then some sort of fabric or something in the middle. It's just annoying to me, and I'd rather have it either all fabric or all leather. With some vehicles, you don't get a choice. We clean up the leather part, we clean up the fabric part, and everything goes well. The only thing I don't like about the interior of this vehicle is the whole cup holder situation. Now, there were other Teslas that we've done that the cup holders are much nicer in the center console up in the front. I don't know what was going on with this one, but I didn't like the design. But everything else is really cool in the vehicle. I do love the whole dashboard setup. That is really nice. So as usual guys, if you're interested in more videos, subscribe and click that bell. That way you get notifications each time our videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. And if you're interested in any of the tools or the products that we use in the video, then click on the links down below or click up there. That goes to a dedicated page on our website that has tools, products, all sorts of stuff, and it goes right to Amazon or carguysupplies.com, and you can purchase those products easily. So enjoy the video guys, we'll see you at the end. So we start with an overview of the vehicle. Interior and exterior, moderately dirty, really not too bad. I'm not a fan of these seats though. Fabric and leather. Come on Tesla, make it easy on us. The rest of it has some moderate grime and dirt and gunk, especially the cup holder area in the center console. Again, not my favorite design. I have to say that the fabric in the vehicle is actually really nice. Carpets are forgiving, they're very easy to clean. And even in the trunk, the fabric is not that cheap fabric that you find in most vehicles. It's actually normal carpet and it's really nice to clean. Same goes for the rest of the vehicle. The carpet is just a nice quality, and when you agitate it, a lot of the particles come up, easily vacuumed, easily shampooed. And again, the gunk in that center console, food, drinks, who knows what else. So we start with the rinse process, and since this doesn't have the engine in the front or the back or anywhere to clean, we just like to clean all those areas around the compartment to make sure that they're nice and clean and degreased, as well as all the door jambs. So after an APC rinse, we foam up the vehicle and then we begin with the wash process. So my wife takes care of all the top surfaces with the clay mitt and the wash mitt, and I take care of all the lower surfaces with that little black mitt that has a bug sponge on one side and the nice soft chenille part on the other side. And I go ahead and clay that bottom part as well. So now we're on to the wheels, and I'm using the Eagle One wheel cleaner, and this is the one that dissolves the iron particles. This stuff is very affordable, easy to find. You can get it anywhere. And it works really great at dissolving the brake dust and the iron particles. You can use it on the wheels as well as the rest of the paintwork or glass. So using a variety of brushes, I clean the wheels and the tires. And you can see here the purple is the iron particles reacting to the Eagle One cleaner. It dissolves those iron particles, you agitate with brushes, and then you rinse away. After everything is washed, we rinse the paint clean. So you can see here that I begin drying the vehicle with my little blower, and I like to blow out the engine compartment area. In this case, there's no engine, but all around that area, I like to blow dry and dress all the plastics as well as the back trunk area. Again, the design of this allows a lot of water to kind of fall into the vehicle, so just be wary of that. So after everything is dried, I proceed with the waxing. So I have a nice soft foam pad and my porter cable polisher, and I simply apply the wax this way. I think it's the most efficient way of applying wax, and it does lightly polish the paint also. And sorry guys, I know I had my head cam on there, but for some reason I didn't get that footage. I believe the battery died, so I apologize for that. So after all the big panels are waxed with the polisher, I go ahead and get all of those small areas by hand with just a nice little microfiber pad, and I take my wax and get into all those little areas. And make sure to get around all those little emblems as well, but don't leave any of the wax in the crevices. I don't use a lot of wax when I'm doing this. I just want to make sure I have a nice thin layer on any of those emblems, and I go around meticulously with that microfiber towel to make sure that there's no buildup anywhere. So next up is the interior. So working on that center console was a pain. For some reason, those little areas that lift up and down, it just didn't make it very easy to clean in around those areas. But with plenty of brushes and the air compressor and the vacuum, I was able to get into all those areas effectively. Having compressed air is so important, at least it is for me, because once you agitate all these areas and you wipe them down with towels, you want to make sure that you use the air compressor. It blows out any of the junk that might be hidden in any crevice that your brush or vacuum just can't reach. So guys, if you don't use an air compressor yet, I highly advise to try it. You don't have to get a huge one, just get either a 8-gallon or even a 4-gallon air compressor and it'll do just fine. So using a variety of brushes and microfiber towels, we get into every little crack and crevice of the vehicle, making sure not to miss any little spots. Again, using the air compressor will really help in blowing out any areas that your brush can't reach. Now, using that grout brush is amazing. It is one of my favorite tools to get into those tight crevices between the seats. So between that and the long nozzle on the vacuum and the air compressor, you can clean all of those areas. So now on to the carpeted area. Again, using my favorite grout brush, the long nozzle on that vacuum, and then the other little brush nozzle makes cleaning carpets much, much easier. With all those tools, you can get underneath the seat with no problem. I generally don't like to remove seats. If I need to, and per customer request, I can, but it's really not necessary if you have all the appropriate tools. Again, if there are stains that are underneath the seat that you can't get otherwise, then yes, removing the seat is advisable. And here, this method for shampooing is what I call the damp shampoo method. A lot of detailers do this because if the carpets do not need to be saturated, if they don't need to be extracted with a hot water extractor, then there's no need in getting the fabric or the carpets extra wet if you don't need to. Usually a dry shampoo can get everything really nice and clean. Next, we move on to the seats. Again, I'm not a fan of the two different fabrics on these seats. You have to kind of shift over from cleaning one section to the other. But again, with the right tools, with the right products, we can get everything done. And this is just a preliminary cleaning. My wife is going to go and clean all the fabric and the leather after I'm done with it. But here I just take a nice damp towel and I get into all those crevices with the vacuum brush and the towel, and it kind of cleans up the bulk of it, and then she will deep clean the rest of the leather and the fabric after I'm done with the vacuuming. Again, using an air compressor and brushes, cleaning the doors can be a breeze, making sure that you get all those crevices cleaned. So here in the back area, you see that the tracks from the seat there are exposed from pushing the front seat all the way up. You don't want to heavily steam those tracks and get rid of that grease that is actually needed in order to pull the seat forward and backwards. So clean what you can around that track, but don't clean too deeply and get rid of that grease that is needed for the mechanical attributes of those tracks. So using this nozzle, I can get pretty much all of this light dog hair out. Again, when you mist the fabric with some cleaner, it will help release some of the hair as well. And then I'll go back and vacuum the area up more. Again, a damp shampoo was all that was needed for these carpets. They were not in bad shape, so just making sure to use the cleaner on all of the carpeted areas, brush and agitate everything down, and then kind of vacuum up any of the residual moisture that may be in the carpets. As you can see, using that grout brush in between those seats and the tracks is so helpful. So check out the links down below, guys, for these helpful tools, because the grout brush and that long nozzle on the vacuum really make cleaning in between those seats so much easier. So now on to the trunk area. There was way more particles and hair back here, but this nozzle that I'm using is excellent for removing dog hair. I know there are many other little tools out there that different detailers use, but I have to say that using this Hoover nozzle that attaches right onto your shop vac, to me, this is the best tool for removing dog fur. And sometimes you find an extra little compartment of fun that you have to go into and clean, but at least this one wasn't too bad at all. And then using a nice soft brush here with the cleaner, get into all those little intricate areas in the back of the hatch and use your air compressor to blow everything dry. So now we're finishing up here and we're just dressing the tires and touching up the wheels a little bit. And let's take a look at the final product. So paint is looking really, really nice. The wheels, tires, wheel wells looking nice and clean and sharp. Interior is looking really nice and clean. I know I didn't show how I clean those mats, but they're pretty easy, just using a nice all-purpose cleaner or degreaser, scrubbing them and power washing them. But now everything in the interior is looking clean and ready to go for the owner. All right, guys, the Tesla is done. The interior clean, exterior is washed, clayed, and waxed, and it's looking beautiful. So guys, tell me what you think of the Teslas. Do you think they're hype? Do you like them? Let me know down below. I've actually been hearing a lot of talk from some people saying they're really not too trusting with them. You know, if it's your daily driver or you're using it for long distance trips, it's not really the best. But let me know what you think of them. Maybe the newer ones are getting better. Maybe they're releasing new software to upgrade the mileage on them. The only thing I have a problem with Tesla is a software update that can increase your mileage. I find something a little uncomfortable with that. But, you know, a lot of companies do that. They withhold something and then update it a year or two later when it was there the whole time, but who knows. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, like it, share with others who may enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. That way you get notifications each time our videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. And if you're interested in any of the tools or the products that we use in today's video, then check out the website. We have a dedicated page on our website that has tools and products, and check out the links down below. A bunch of them will go to Amazon, and then I have a bunch of them that will also go to carguysupplies.com. Now there you'll find all sorts of products, the AM Detail line, Dr. Beasley's line. You can buy the CarPro stuff there, G-Technic products, you can buy towels, all sorts of stuff. So definitely go check out the online store. And guys, thank you for all of the encouraging comments and questions and suggestions. All those things are great. But guys, please don't leave any type of negative comments or anything that just doesn't make sense, because I'll just simply delete it and block it. I don't want any negativity on this channel whatsoever. Anything that's inappropriate will be blocked, will be deleted. We don't need that. So please keep it positive. And also, you know, as a mobile detailer and running a business, I'd love to be able to try all sorts of different products, but I don't always have the ability to do that or the finances to do that. I do try a lot of different products, and some are sent to me free, which I really appreciate. And then I test them and use them and so on. But, you know, there's so many products out there. I try to get the ones that are affordable and ones that I'm going to use on a daily basis in the business. There are some products that are just not applicable in my form of business. So I may or may not get them. Even if you guys suggest them, I know you want to see me use certain products, I may or may not be able to use that product, or may not even want to try that product because I may not need it. So please just keep that in mind. I know some of you have suggested certain I know some of you have suggested certain products, but I really can't at this time justify buying more of the same product if I already have a ton in stock and I'm using something that I really, really like and enjoy and it's working well. So maybe in the future, if I run out of certain products, then I may purchase something else. And wow, that is a huge fly. Nope, that's a bee. Okay. Hopefully he'll leave me alone. But guys, keep the suggestions and the comments coming. Just remember, keep them positive. Anything negative gets cut out. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great week.